Lionel Barrymore was born into an acting dynasty. He was born in Philadelphia, and yes, his mother and father were both in the biz. But he considered acting his, quote, in-law, and he wanted to be an artist. Of course, he went on stage for a while, but then he and his actress wife, Doris Rankin, moved over to Paris in the year 1906 so he could study art. In the year 1908, their first daughter was born, but unfortunately she died in infancy. In 1909, as a failed artist, he came back to the States and had to join the family business of acting and become a very successful Broadway actor. In 1911, Lionel Barrymore signed with Biograph Studios and worked with a little director called D.W. Griffith. Little. He made 60 silent films with this director alone. Now, he and Doris had a second daughter, but she also died in infancy. This really affected him for his entire life, and eventually the marriage broke up. His first talking picture was The Lion and the Mouse. Because he was a successful stage actor, he took to talkies beautifully. He also directed. He directed the film Madam X, starring Ruth Chatterton, an early talking picture, and it got nominated, or he got nominated, for Best Director at the second annual Academy Award ceremony, but he lost. But he did win a Best Actor Academy in the year 1931 for the movie A Free Soul, starring Norma Shear, and it was Clark Gable's first major role. Clark Gable would play a very important part of Lionel Barrymore's life. After that, he made the picture Dinner at 8 with his brother John, and also Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow was born the same year as one of his daughters, and he sort of developed an adopted father relationship with her. He also made the picture The Girl from Missouri with her, and in 1937, he was in Captain's Courageous, pictured here with Spencer Tracy and Freddie Bartholomew. What's interesting about this film is it was one of the last times he ever could film a picture standing. He started suffering from arthritis, which eventually put him in a wheelchair. Fortunately, also in the year 1937 was the year Jean Harlow passed away. Clark Gable and he were broken up and, of course, were at her funeral. Lionel Barrymore's most recognizable role would be as the villain, Mr. Potter, in Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life. He also played the part of Dr. Gillespie in the Dr. Kildare movies and all of their sequels. In fact, in the 50s, they made a radio show of that, and he was quite the radio star. He was famous, though, on the radio for playing Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol every Christmas for 2 decades. This is Todd Pickering for Walk of Fame Wednesdays. I will see you next week in Hollywood.
It was Christmas Eve, and into the office of Scrooge and Marley popped Scrooge's nephew, Fred.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart.
Oh, Uncle.
Keep Christmas in